Hawkins here with Chickenhawkfarmstead. As you saw in the title, today we got our ms251 woodboss, and we're working on it because we broke this piece. This is a bar tensioner, chain tensioner, whichever you want to call it. It's a little piece of there, the bar goes on it, and this is when you screw it back and forth to tighten it up. This thing moves your bar and holds it in that place, tightening your chain. So check it out. I'll leave a link to this. I got this one off Amazon. I went to my local Stihl dealer in Royal King. The guy wasn't there. I don't even know, and this part wasn't on the shelf. So they may or not have it where you can just buy it. It may have to be repeat. I don't know. But like I said, I'll leave a link to this, and we'll see why am I replacing this. Because I was cutting down a tree, or cutting a tree, bar got stuck, couldn't get it, and I'm out in the middle of the woods. I wasn't going to leave my chainsaw. I ended up taking the bar off because it got stuck a second time. That's another story. But you know, pulling, twisting, pulling, I snapped that little bad boy off. I did see on another video where a guy was saying that he had the nut tightened down that holds the bar in place too, and was trying to tighten his chain. When he did that, he kept tightening, and it snapped this off. Don't do that. Make sure that bolt, your main nut on the outside is a little loose when you're trying to tighten your chain, because that thing actually clamps down the bar. Because even after I snapped this off, I was still able to use the chainsaw a little bit. Not very smart, not very, not a good idea. Because it does, you pull the bar as tight as you can, crank that thing down, and it's going to hold it in place somewhat. Anyways, let's get into what I know about this. I went ahead and take some parts apart. That way, I knew halfway what I was doing. So check this out. All right, there's the inside of our chainsaw. We got everything off. That's a new bar because my bar's still out there, but that's neither here or there right now. So anyways, this whole piece, this assembly's in here. This is the piece that we're replacing. So right here, you have this large one is a star. I just got my little, multi-pack here. And they are, of course, two different sizes. So you got to take this out of here. This one is in here. So in order to get to this, you have to actually move this all the way forward, or not all the way forward, but out of the way enough that you can get to that screw head, bolt, whatever you want to call it. And then once that gets up, we have this little wedge piece is actually down inside of there. It's already in half. So take your little chainsaw tool, put it in there, pry it, it pops out. And then this whole little assembly, you can see here, comes out. Now that doesn't come out very easy. It's down in there pretty good. I was able to get up under it over here, wedge this, but this side was stuck down in there. I'm guessing just because it's never been taken out before. So what I did is I got back as far as I could, pushed down on this, and then kind of pried up to get some of that force over here, because there's nothing really to pry on over here. One thing I'm thinking is if you left this screwed in, let me see what it looks like underneath. Hopefully there's enough light here. Because you can buy this whole assembly too. So yeah, if you see there, that bolt, no, the threads are all down in there, it looks like. So yeah, you're gonna have to take that bolt all the way out. But yeah, like I said, there's really nothing to pry on this side here. If you want to know what that kind of looks like, well, if we can get it. And it's just basic little gears. So as you tighten it, it slides back and forth. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna spin this until that comes off, I hope. You can see where they link up on that side, because it should just be kind of through there. Yep. So that finally came off because that's threaded there. And we want this on there. I'm going to slide that back on a little bit. Give it a couple turns. Stay on there. We're just wanting to start this a little bit. I'm gonna link to that other guy's video because, yeah, he did some other research. I'm sure there's probably 5 or 6 videos out there now, but you never know which one you might click on or might find. Alright, so we got that started. So now we're going to put this back in here. I can get it to go. Tighten this up a little bit more. I'll be going the wrong way. There it goes. Alright, I can feel it slipped into place. A couple turns just to keep it on there because we got to put this screw back in. Make sure we put our little, it doesn't look like there's a matter what size or side. Just don't lose it. Put that in there. We're going to put that back in there. That one goes back here. See if we can get it started. Couple twists. And you know, these are the two. Why they didn't make them the same size, I don't know. Let's see. Got a T25 and it's the big one, the small one. I don't think it says on here. Smaller than a T25. Where are we at? T20. So we got a T20 and T25. So if you got the actual good ones, use them. These little things are good because you got them all in one spot, but not nearly as good as like a T-handle or even a screwdriver type. Put that back in there. A little snug, not tight, right? You don't want to crank it down. But that looks like that's it. And I got a feeling with the way I treat my chainsaws sometimes. I mean, these things are used, they're supposed to be for work, right? So I'll definitely be, I'm gonna go ahead and order another one or two of these, and like I said, I'll have a link to these below. I think they should be in your chainsaw kit, just like a couple extra of the nuts for here. You know, because you gotta do work on your chain or something like that out in the woods. It ain't nothing to drop one of those and sometimes it'll be gone. Also, not a bad idea to keep a little magnetic like picker-upper kind of thing, and it kind of helps you search through the leaves and stuff. But I'll get that tightened up in a second. Hope that helped. Have a good one. And for the thumbnail, let's turn on this side so you can get, there we go. All right, like, share, and subscribe. Talk to you later.